Former President Donald Trump files an appeal with Maine Superior Court to block the move by Maine's Democratic Secretary of State to keep him off the state's primary ballot. There are pending cases in nearly a dozen states to remove the former president from their ballots. December shatters the record for migrant encounters. Today, House Speaker Mike Johnson, along with a group of Republican lawmakers, traveled to the border to draw attention to the crisis. New York Congressman Mark Molinaro.
2.4 million in the last year. I mean, it is sure utter chaos, and the president continues to ignore what is a national and humanitarian crisis at our southern border.
The Republican earlier on Fox and Friends First. Separate probes in Japan into that crash on the runway between a Coast Guard plane and a commercial jet. 5 people died. America is listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Live and local. Real talk starts now.
Can I say, baby? It's cold outside.
Yes, you can.
30 degrees right now at the air station.
No,
It's dropped to 2 degrees since 5:30 when I walked in here at the air station.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
As you approach sunrise, that usually happens. This is the coldest time of the day, generally speaking.
I was thinking reverse.
Good morning. I'm Rayford Brown.
I'm Kelly Knapp.
I'm Lee Barrows.
And welcome to Live and Local, the Real Talk here on Freedom 97.1. We do appreciate all of y'all looking and listening. Those on Facebook, we're there. And on YouTube, we're there. I see it.
All right.
So we're good to go.
Yeah.
And if you, you may be in your car right now, you may be going to work or whatever. When you get there and you're going to be stuck in front of a computer all day long, put your earbuds in and go to WSME971.com and then minimize it. Nobody will know you're listening.
That's right.
True.
That's the way to do it. Tragic news. We got wind of it yesterday, of course, when one of our listeners called in, Tim Thomas, and told us about a tragic situation that occurred, I guess, New Year's Day. Turns out a Hubert man died when a boat swerved, throwing 2 occupants into the Neuse River on New Year's Day. An officer with North Carolina Wildlife Resources Commission said the 2 were on a duck hunting trip. The boat's operator said he and his passenger were flung overboard. Jordan Williams of Dudley was able to swim back to the boat, and then he located his passenger, Christopher Edwards, floating face down in the water. Williams managed to get Edwards back into the boat, but rescue efforts failed and Edwards died. A wildlife officer said the boat was having some steering issues, apparently, and that could have contributed to the mishap. Neither man was wearing a life jacket. Our deepest condolences to the family and friends. And one of the guys that I work with down at Tideline was also friends with this victim.
I'm so sorry to hear this.
We're all in yesterday. So.
Very sad.
Yep, it is. It's a tragic set of circumstances. Life jackets during the wintertime are extremely important. They're important anytime, but when you're out there and the water's cold and zipping along, I don't know what occurred. Whether the steering mechanism was failing and the boat just swerved, went out of control. Either way, they're a small boat.
Yeah.
And both of them ended up in the water. So, tragic situation.
Very,
I
very
hate
sad.
to hear those things. I remember way back, and I guess it's in the late 50s or early 60s, over Thanksgiving, there was a duck hunting mishap. A gentleman here in Jacksonville, forgot his first name, but he owned a gas station there where the police department is located. Is called, there used to be a little drive there called Merle's Circle.
Yes.
Mr. Merle had a gas station there, and that's why it was named Merle's Circle.
Okay.
So anyway, he went missing on either Thanksgiving Day or the day after, and they took about 3 weeks before they found him. So, wintertime is the water is dangerous, more dangerous than the summertime. At least you have a chance of surviving, but once you're in the cold water, you have your chances of staying mobile and swimming to either shore or the boat greatly reduced because of the cold water.
Mm-hmm.
So, don't know what caused his death exactly. matters not.
Yeah.
In this case, matters not. A federal judge yesterday dismissed most of the civil counts against former President Donald Trump and two others in connection with the death of Capitol Police Officer Brian Sicknick during the U.S. Capitol riots on January 6, 2021. In a 12-page ruling, U.S. District Judge Amit Mehta dismissed 3 of the 5 civil counts in a lawsuit filed last January by Sandra Garza. That was Sicknick's girlfriend. Garza's lawsuit against Trump and January 6 rioters Julian Cater and George Tamias sought damages from all 3 men for claims of wrongful death, conspiracy to violate civil rights, and negligence per se based on DC's anti-riot law. DC has an
I
anti-riot
just started
law.
to say that. You beat me to that. Really?
Yeah.
When
well,
did they get that?
I don't, probably January 7th. Who knows?
Okay.
While Mejia dismissed the wrongful death and negligent civil counts against Trump, Garza's claim against the defendants under DC Survival Act and the conspiracy to violate a civil rights claim will proceed. The Survival Act allows an individual's legal representative to pursue legal action on their behalf after their death. According to the ruling, the DC Medical Examiner's Office found that Sicknick died of natural causes from a series of strokes, and that all that transpired on January 6 had played a role in his condition.
Okay.
He's like 40 years old,
Mm-hmm.
picture of health, and he has a series of strokes that was brought on by the events of January 6th. I think that's going to be a really hard case to prove in any court.
Well, I'm going back to the whole, they said legal representative.
That's
How is a girlfriend a legal representative?
survivor. It comes under the survival law or whatever it
A
is in
girlfriend
DC.
does?
Yeah, Survival Act.
I could see a spouse or a child, but a girlfriend?
Well, why not? She's surviving.
It's really stretching
What if
it.
they've been dating a week?
I don't know.
You see what I'm saying?
I
I'm just
understand that.
curious.
I'm sure there's going to be lots of contention there, but who knows how that's going to play out. But again, a police officer in the picture of health faces stress on a daily basis.
Correct.
It's going to be hard. I personally think it'll be hard to prove that these strokes were brought on by the stress of the day.
I agree. I agree with that.
Maybe the stress of
Yeah.
his job, long term, or whatever.
Mhm.
When it comes to strokes and heart attacks, it's usually an underlying
Usually,
medical issue.
yes. And I'm
Mhm.
sure all of that's going to be challenged.
Right.
You can bet on that part. So anyway, another federal judge yesterday, federal appeals court rejected a petition yesterday to rehear a case related to a natural gas ban proposed by the city of Berkeley. The panel ruled was illegal last year. The U.S. Court of Appeals for the Circuit ultimately denied Berkeley's petition for rehearing, a motion that received support from the Biden administration, Democratic-led states and environmentalists, after it failed to receive a majority support from the court's non-recused active judges. Berkeley filed the motion last year after the court in April that a Berkeley law banning natural gas pipes in new construction violated federal statute. Following the panel's filing Tuesday, the Air Conditioning, Heating, and Refrigeration Institute, which had argued Berkeley's law was illegal, applauded the court for ensuring consumer choice. So Berkeley said, well, we ain't going to put no more, there's a ban on natural gas pipes. We're not going to allow any more.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's weird.
You're going to wish you had it.
Yep. Well, they're going to get it.
Right.
The courts refused to hear that,
It's
rehear
ridiculous.
that case. They said, we made a ruling and we're going to stick by it.
Good for the courts.
Good old Robert Menendez, senator from New Jersey, is facing additional bribery accusations, according to a superseding indictment unsealed yesterday. Man, a lot's happened after the first of the year.
Yes. It was News story after news story.
Menendez is now accused of accepting bribes and gifts in exchange for helping to benefit Qatar as part of a years-long corruption scheme from 2021 through 2023, 1 year longer than originally thought. That's according to the Justice Department. The Democrat is already facing federal charges for acting as a foreign agent and accepting hundreds of thousands of dollars of bribes to benefit the Egyptian government through his power and influence as a U.S. senator. Good gracious.
Do you ever wonder how many actually are doing this?
Well, they go in poor to come out rich.
That's for sure.
Let's just put it that way.
Yes.
And they don't get it on $225,000 a year.
225,000.
Yeah. That's just not the way it works.
Phew. That's a lot of money.
Well, it came to pass yesterday. According to the Ivy League schools newspaper, the Harvard Crimson,
Yes.
Claudine Gay's resignation will bring an end to the shortest Harvard presidency in the university's history.
Yep.
She resigned,
Yes.
but she's staying on staff.
Still getting paid.
$900,000 a year.
As what?
yeah, I don't know. Beauty queen, I guess. Gay, along with the presidents of MIT and UPenn, faced harsh backlash for failing to clarify at a House Education and the Workforce hearing last month whether calls for what is that? The genocide of Jews on campus violated their institution's codes of conduct or policies against bullying and harassment. The hearing came in response to rising anti-Semitism at American universities following Hamas October 7th terrorist attacks in southern Israel. Gay has also been at the center of a scandal in which she was accused of multiple instances of plagiarism in scholarly works.
Okay, let me back
Plagiarism.
up.
So she's just
$900,000
What-
and she plagiarized.
What is she
Yeah.
going to be doing for 900,000? Is my first thought.
Maybe she'll be at the MC at some of the football games or something.
But students get kicked out of school for plagiarism.
Yes.
Why is she being kept on at 900,000 a year for plagiarism? What
In
is the
the
difference?
terms of her
They
contract.
call it tenured.
Yes, she's tenured. They're going to pay it whether she's there or not. It's
But her
crazy.
credibility
And
is
if you
like
think she's going to be there in
she's not
person,
going to be there.
forget about it.
Well, I want that job.
Why not?
Yeah. 900,000. I could
Well-
pay off a lot of things.
I saw
I could
this
buy
thing
a
this
lot of stuff.
weekend that I had not heard anything about, which is odd to me considering how the media jumps on a lot of bandwagon nonsense. So apparently, back in November 26th, the Kansas City Chiefs at the football game, this little boy who's 9 years old, his name is Holden Armenta, was shown on like the Jumbotron, and I guess CNN showed him, or ESPN, or one of them. And he had his half of his face painted black, half face painted red. He's a Chiefs fan, and he had an Indian headdress on. Well, this black reporter for Deadspin, his name is Karen Phillips, wrote this article that claimed the child had found a way to hate Black people and Native Americans at the same time. Okay, started this big thing. Well, the parents put his picture on there. Well, the parents got so upset because I watched the interview this week. This is how I found out about it the other night. There was an interview on Fox News with the dad and the son because the kids started getting threats. Turns out the kid's Native American.
Whoops.
Grandpa is some kind of chief of something,
Whoops.
recognized Native American tribe.
Uh-huh.
Okay. But I think this Caron Phillips, so the parents hired an attorney. They threatened to sue Deadspin. The attorney sent this scathing letter
Don't
because the
threaten to
kid
sue 'em,
had,
just sue them.
because the kid had started getting death threats from
Mhm.
people, once again, mischaracterized. He wasn't hating on Black people because he was half painting his face half black, half red. It was for the team color. That's what he was doing.
Uh-huh.
But this was a way for this man. He accused him of being he's 9. Accused this kid of being a racist. But this is, in my case, an instance of a person perpetuating racism.
Yeah, of course.
Trying to keep that going. Well, Deadspin, after they got that threatened to sue and got just crucified by fans and whatever, they took the pictures off and kind of doctored their story a little bit. They quit naming the kid.
Why
took the
would they
picture
take it down?
Because he's a black reporter who's trying to
So?
perpetuate a story that is a non-story. And that's what some of the other media outlets started jumping on, saying, look, you are trying to keep hate going where there is none. You attacked a 9-year-old kid.
God.
I mean, it's
9 years
awful.
old.
9 years old.
A
And this-
9-year-old doesn't even
he was just trying to.
comprehend.
But here's the thing. You accused him of being racist toward Native Americans, and he is one.
Duh.
So this is the case. You see somebody that you think might be white, and you start attacking him for where. And one of them the New York Times had even stated, "Who's perpetuating racism here, really?"
Right.
I guess this guy used to work for the Times, and he doesn't anymore. Works for Deadspin now. But I mean, and they aren't wrong. So then now they're trying to say, well, our focus was on the end of failure and its failures to extend rules about American Indian cultures. Once again,
He is
the
Native
kid
American.
is Native American. How stupid can you be?
Well, they're pretty well
Oh, and
up
the
there.
kid did the war chant. Once again, the name of the team is the Chiefs.
Mhm.
And that's what they were doing. That's not racist. and I mean, this
Heritage is what some people just still do not get.
exactly.
They don't
Exactly.
understand heritage.
Yep. And to attack a 9-year-old, how low do you have to be to attack a 9-year-old
So
kid?
we've become.
How low can you go?
I agree. So I just had to vent about
Fair.
that for a minute.
All right, 910-333-0139. We've got coming up here in a few minutes. We've got Dr. Rosemary Stein. And there's so much flu going around. There
bad
are
flu.
other issues. There,
Mhm.
the sinus drainages, of which I've got, and I've like half the world I think has right now, is causing hacking and all that sort of good stuff. Maybe my good old medical provider today will figure out something to take. Well, she doesn't tell me to gargle with gasoline and light a cigarette.
Ooh, ooh.
It'll be awful. But anyway, we'll have her coming on here in just a few minutes.
Mhm.
And then shortly after that, he's back.
Yes. He'd be
Pizza.
proud of me. I've read a lot of stuff.
Mhm.
Oh, have you,
I have.
are you more better educated now?
I'm more educated because the more I read, I was thinking about what Peter has explained,
Uh-huh.
and it was easier to understand.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I haven't read anything, but I'll take your word for it. I'm sure I feel smarter. I feel less
Right.
dumb anyway.
Right.
Dealing with Medicare, Medicaid, and all those things. I seem to understand what people are talking about when I read
Yes.
it in the news now. Before that, I was
Right.
just kind of like, I don't get this. So I moved on.
Well, that letter he said I would probably get from Blue Cross Blue Shield apologizing for
Mhm.
their error. It never came. Just a letter saying we reinstated your insurance back into this plan.
And we're so sorry that we screwed up.
No,
No.
not a word
No.
of that. No.
Now, it was
Sorry.
probably some kind of a computer error, I'm sure. No doubt.
Right. Well,
'Cause they have
they're
those.
just not willing to say oops.
Yeah.
But it's okay. All is good.
You're live and local, Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m., WSME. Don't go too far. We'll be right back.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
A plan every adult family member should consider is the pre-arranged funeral. It's the worry-saving thing to do for your family. Making pre-arrangements helps to alleviate the additional stress on family members that can come with arranging a loved one's funeral. Jones Funeral Home's prepaid funeral plan helps remove confusion. They make a practical evaluation of costs possible, and it's the best way to take an unpleasant task off the shoulders of the family. Call Jones Funeral Home at 455-1281.
With locations in Jacksonville, Richland, Swansboro, and Holly Ridge. Looking for a job? Full-time? Part-time? Il Cigno Italiano Restaurant wants you. We're currently hiring for hostesses, servers, bartenders, and dishwashers. Il Cigno Italiano is a family-owned, fast-paced restaurant that offers the best in fine dining on the Crystal Coast. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. Il Cigno Italiano on West Corbett Avenue in Swansboro.
Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted local carrier indoor weather team, serving all of your heating and air conditioning needs since 1967. Now offers residential and commercial duct and dryer vented cleaning, and now offers expert residential and commercial plumbing service. In case of a power outage due to a storm or for any other reason, be prepared with a Generac generator for your home or business. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning has Generac generators in stock, ready to install today. Remember, better breathing comes with cleaner air. Let Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning improve the air quality in your home or business with professional air duct cleaning. As always, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning is available 24/7 for all your heating, cooling, and plumbing emergency needs. Turn to the carrier experts, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, with locations in Jacksonville and Hampstead. Visit online, humphreyheating.com, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning since 1967. Relax, we're on the way.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Yesterday, the second, we had a little training session as the staff does monthly down at Tide Light Marine. Always cool tips to share with each other. In case you can hardly wait until next Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. Yeah.
Rayford, stop.
Yeah. Tide Line is offering specials on any of the Christmas products in stock. Buy one at the regular price and you get your choice of an additional Christmas item of the same or lesser value as a gift from Tide Line. Buy one, get another one free, in other words.
Okay.
Might be time to latch onto some cool stuff at prices that won't likely be repeated. Sale starts at 8:30 this morning when the doors open and runs through Saturday the 13th. I think Saturday is the 13th, a week from this coming Saturday. If you're like Kelly, you like to get all your Christmas done early.
Yeah.
Kind of early, not this early.
13
Why not?
is
When you can save money?
It's too early.
Oh.
People's tastes change.
Oh, no. While you're shopping, take a gander at the fleet of Aloha pontoon boats in stock, 23 and 26 footers. Or ask about the top quality Lund fishing boats. And if you have a hankering for nearshore or offshore fishing, you might want to luck out. You could luck out and get a good deal on an Aqua Sports Center console. Tideline Marine is located downtown Jacksonville, 159 Old Bridge Street on the banks of the New River. Today, offshore westerly winds 10 to 15 knots, seas 2 to 3. Near shore seas only 1 foot, then around 2 feet this afternoon. Dominant period 6 seconds, sounds in rivers a moderate chop. Thursday, northwesterly winds kicking up a bit, 10 to 15, increasing to 15 to 20 with gusts up to 30 in the afternoon. Seas 2 to 4 feet, could be a little bit higher. Dominant period 6 seconds, sounds in rivers a moderate chop, becoming choppy in the afternoon. And on Friday, northerly winds 15 to 20 with gusts to 25, becoming northeasterly around 10 knots in the afternoon. Seas 2 to 4 feet, sounds in rivers choppy, diminishing to a light chop in the afternoon. In a word, it's going to be cold.
Yeah, it's going to be very cold. Today it'll be sunny, high of 56. Tonight it's actually going to rain, believe it or not, with a low of 37.
Any thunderstorms?
It doesn't say, it just
Don't
literally
start
says
that.
rain. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, but well, that don't even make sense the way they wrote this. Mostly cloudy, then becoming sunny. It's going to be partly cloudy, then eventually it becomes sunny with a high of 51 and gusty winds. Tomorrow night, clear, cold. I said cold, Rayford.
I know.
Low of 26 with gusty winds. That's going to be really cold. Then on Friday, sunny, high of 49. But Friday night, going into Saturday morning, that winter storm that's coming into different parts of the states, we're going to get rain, but other parts are going to get ice and mountains are going to get snow, and it's a hot mess.
I need to refill my de-icer.
I need to refill my wood pile.
Yeah, you do. You're going to need it.
Well,
Yep.
as soon as I get that tree down.
Had
I
a good fire last night. It felt
Yeah.
so good in there.
bet
Once
it
that
did.
Once that started, you could feel it coming on your face. Oh my goodness
But
gracious!
you just want to lay back and snuggle up.
I
in it
did.
and just go right to sleep.
I did. I did absolutely.
I looked this up real quick, so I just had to know. The Harvard president will return to the faculty. She was professor of government since 2006, and she's also a professor of African American studies.
Uh-huh.
So she's going back to teaching. Scary that she's teaching government because she's
Yeah.
so one-sided.
I'm sure it'd be a very liberal class.
Oh, don't you know?
Oh, I think just about everything at Harvard is liberal, but
Yep.
yeah.
The Biden administration is looking to increase the number of deportation flights carrying illegals back to Venezuela, as migrant numbers have broken records at the southern border. It's unclear when a deal can be reached on border security in Washington. Build the wall. It's not a problem. In a call with reporters on Tuesday evening, senior administration officials said they commended Mexico for beginning deportation flights to Venezuela last week, which echoes a similar move by the U.S. to begin flights to Mexico. You ready? Next October.
Nice.
October,
Of course.
right before
1 month
elections.
before the election.
Not even surprised.
Oh my God. I've already said it earlier. Those flights need to be paid for by Biden's campaign because
The
it is
campaign
nothing but a
funds.
political move. It's nothing but politics. The move comes as U.S. and Mexican officials met last week to discuss the migration challenges facing the two countries, a meeting that officials described as productive, but that drew scrutiny from Republicans for the inclusion of talks about the benefits of regularizing illegal immigrants already in the country. In other words, everybody that's here right now, y'all can stay, not a problem. And we'll make you a citizen, and we'll give you a voter registration
Yeah,
papers.
and I can just
And the-
imagine the party affiliation of
Yeah.
those.
That will be filled out.
It's already marked.
Mexico, I'm sorry, most of the immigrants that are coming across the border are not Mexicans.
Correct.
We understand that.
Yeah.
But Mexico has provided the conduit to allow them. They allow them into the country on their southern border.
Mhm.
They allow them to come in.
Well, they're too
They
busy.
have not done anything to stop them.
That's because the Mexican government's too busy trying to curtail the cartels or trying to stay alive
Trying
to
to
deal
make
with
their money
this. Yeah.
selling dope.
Well, I got something for you.
Okay.
And I'm filing this under the category of ridiculous and frivolous lawsuits.
Okay.
So this lady named Cynthia Kelly, of course she's from Florida, is suing Hershey. You're gonna
I
love
saw that.
for five. Did you see that?
I think we talked
$5
about
million
that, yeah. Yes.
because she got mad that the Reese Cup Halloween candies, I guess on the packaging had like cute pumpkins and one of them had a football design. But
Mhm.
when she got up there and bought it and opened it, it didn't have anything. It was just on the package. So she is mad as heck, said it was deceptive. She did not get a white pumpkin, a Reese Piece pumpkin, a peanut butter ghost. She got just a regular peanut butter cup. And she says deceptive. She wants Hershey to pay $5 million. This is
I think that's the one Drew sent us yesterday, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was.
Rayford? Yeah. We
so
talked about-
ridiculous.
Yeah, it is ridiculous.
I don't think this is going to go anywhere. I think it's stupid. But
It's going to tie up a court.
It
It's going
is.
to tie up a judge to
It's
say,
ridiculous.
dismissed. No.
I mean, honestly, who cares?
And then if I was Reese's, I would file a frivolous lawsuit against her
I would too. I would.
and demand her to pay my lawyer's fees
Mhm.
for having to take this up.
And it's
until-
good training
before a
for their
judge.
junior lawyer because I really don't have to do anything but
Yeah.
show up.
Yeah.
Really?
Anyway,
Give her some Reese's for life. She'll be happy.
I
I wouldn't give her anything.
I'd send her a bag of stale ones.
I wouldn't give her flat out anything.
It's just like once again, it's the world we've become.
It is so much.
Ooh.
A man who was arrested last week for carrying a machete and a knife outside the U.S. Capitol, guess what? He's an illegal immigrant from Venezuela
Mm.
that federal
Go figure.
border authorities previously released from custody. 23-year-old Jose Leonardo Marquez was arrested by Capitol Police on the afternoon of the 26th after illegally entering the U.S. According to a press release from the USCP, An officer observed Marquez's strange behavior and approached him. The cop spoke with Marquez and noticed a brick in his pocket. What?
Brick?
He had a brick in his pocket.
Oof.
The man tossed to the side, had the officers, it says request here, but you can rest assured it wasn't a request. That the officer told him to toss that thing aside. After Marquez complied, he also removed a knife and placed it on a ledge of the Capitol building. Really? A big knife. Authorities said the officer also noticed a handle under the man's clothing, called for backup, drew his gun, and ordered Marquez to put his hands up. Then they found a machete down his pants and arrested him. He's charged with carrying a dangerous weapon and possession of a prohibited weapon. According to Immigration and Customs Enforcement, Marquez entered the U.S. through El Paso on an unknown date, but was arrested by officers August 21st, 2022, a year and a half ago. ICE said that Border Patrol released him from custody due to a lack of detention capacity, enrolling him in the tracking program known as Alternatives to Detention.
Okay.
Marquez reported to ICE Enforcement and Removal Operations, Washington, D.C. on October 5th last year. He's currently in the custody of ICE in Washington. Yep.
Interesting.
Makes absolutely no sense what we're not doing to protect our borders. Good morning, Dr. Rose. How are you?
Good morning. I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah, we've got to get our mess together. Something's wrong. Something wrong. Really wrong.
Yeah, you would say that there are those who conspire against us within us.
Oh, yeah, that's absolutely right. We are being conspired against for sure. And we're being conspired against by something else too. It's called a flu bug. So many people around here have it. Other people have the crud. Some people have COVID. And I mean, we seem to have a whole lot of sickness going on. And those who are not sick have got sinus drainage just like me, causing coughing.
It is a little bit of a tough time of the year. I would agree with that. I've seen worse. I've obviously seen better. But what concerns me is the fact that the children were out of school for 2 weeks.
Yep.
And this has persisted. So now that they go back to school, even though it's bad now, I think hold on to your seats because it's going to get worse before it gets better. Because it's really children that spread it around the most when they're in school.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to figure out how it spread so rapidly during the Christmas season. And I guess it's because everybody was out shopping and partying and whatever.
Yes, and remember, you have family members coming in different parts of the country, and they have their bugs, you have your bugs, and all those bugs commingle, and all of a sudden you have like a bug soup like we have right now. But we are getting about, I'd say 25 to 30% of the sick ones have flu A mostly. We're not getting a lot of flu B, but we are getting a lot of flu A, and those kids, they spike a high temperature. They look kind of miserable, and probably in 3 or 4 days, they should feel a lot better.
Well, I hope so because there's just so much going around, and people are, thank goodness, staying home now when they are sick.
Yeah, I think that people are more inclined right now to staying at home than they were, let's say, last year. I think they had the COVID. I'm sick of all of it. Bugs last year, and so a lot of them would still try to work and whatever it is that they did. But this year, I think people understand just a bit more that they do need to stay at home. Don't go to work, and don't send your children to school.
Yeah, stay home from work. Don't go to school, and maybe we'll get over it. I hope so because we don't need any more pandemics. We don't need any more spreading the wealth among everybody.
Yeah, and we always get through this, and no matter what, this is not COVID when it first came out. It's really the flu. And so the most important part is to take good care of yourselves. Make sure that drainage comes out, whether with a humidifier, blowing your nose. lots of fluids, that doesn't get stuck in your chest. Because the most common side effect or consequence of the flu that's bad is pneumonia.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's one of the things too. If you've got congestion in your chest from the flu or whatever, if you just lay down, a lot of people will just do that, but that just builds up, right?
That's completely correct.
Yeah.
Don't just try to in spite of everything else, get moving a little bit, sit up, and like I said, you have to blow your nose and try to hack it out of there. Because otherwise, it will sit in your chest, and things will get worse.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I could just the thought about that hurts. So
well, and how was your New Year, Mr. Rayford?
Mine was fun. I'm going to be rich because I fixed some black-eyed field peas.
I did too.
Oh, there you go. I didn't eat mine, so I guess I'll just have to work forever.
There you go. Yeah, I did that, and it had a good lunch. That's what we did. And I went out and I just couldn't stand it. I saw a special on out at one of the big box stores, one that I like to go to, for a pizza oven.
Did you get it?
I did.
Oh,
Saved $60 on it.
When are we having pizza?
I had it yesterday afternoon.
Oh, you did try it out.
I wanted to try it out and see what it would do. I've never done a
Dr.
pizza in my
Rose,
life.
We're looking for a new radio show host. You interested?
Well, I had to try it, and I will perfect it because it was too thick. The crust was too thick. I didn't smooth it out as much as I should have.
All
right, well,
Only makes a 10-inch
gives
one.
you room for improvement. What's your favorite pizza, Mr. Rayford?
Anything with lots of meat.
Yeah.
Yummy.
Meat lover.
Okay, I think the team is asking for an invitation. So
Yeah,
it's just me.
There you go.
Yeah,
I can
the
do it.
team
The team
is definitely
yeah. Well,
wondering where our invitation for yesterday went.
well, it was a sort of a spur of the moment thing.
we
sort
could
of
have helped you.
No, you can't. Nobody get them away when I'm in the kitchen.
That's how I am. I don't like people helping me in the
try to
kitchen.
help
We
me
could
out.
be
You can wash the
taste
dishes
testers.
if you want. but
I'll
that's a
wash the
bit-
dishes for free pizza.
But yeah, I like it. I like with hamburger ground beef on it, and I like it with Italian sausage on it mixed in,
Oh yeah.
and I like it with lots of onions and lots of green peppers.
I'm making
bell
one today.
peppers.
I'd have to have pizza now.
I like that. You don't like that?
I don't like green
I always
peppers.
heard that less was better, but I guess that doesn't apply to you, Mr. Rayford.
I eat pineapple on my pizza.
Well,
Yeah,
Rayford.
pineapple is
pineapple and
good
ham.
It's good on it.
And
Now,
cheddar.
generally don't put pineapple. Ham on it, but I like.
I'll eat it just with pineapple. I'll eat it with ham. I'll eat it just. I've even put onion and pineapple.
Mhm.
It's very good.
Yes.
Yeah, Robbie.
I like it.
Yesterday was onion and pineapple, and of course the cheeses
Yeah,
and Canadian bacon.
I
I like
yes.
Canadian bacon.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Every morning we talk about food.
Why are we doing food, Dr. Rose? How about strep? Has there been a lot of strep?
There's been a good number of strep, but really doesn't compare to the number of flu cases that we have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Flu is bad.
Flu is real bad. I know about 3 people in ICU with the flu. One may not make it. The other 2 are hanging in there. Yeah.
No,
So
no.
Oh, that's terrible. Just
Terrible.
remember,
Yeah.
lots of fluids. It's usually because of the consequences of the flu, and not because of the flu itself.
Yeah.
So lots of fluids and your Mucinex and stuff to help you expectorate and get that stuff out.
I can't take Mucinex though. It makes my heart race.
mhm.
Yeah. Some people it does do that, but there's some natural alternatives to Mucinex.
Good.
Well, that's good to know.
Well, I don't plan on getting
Darby
sick.
makes very good, and I don't know if they make it just for children, but you may want to look into that.
What is it called?
It's called Zarbee's, Zarbees.
I know what that
and
is.
it's
Okay.
great for children.
Yeah, I've seen.
I have to
kids
write
brand
that
of
one
that.
down.
Yeah.
Zarbee's.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Good
Very
to know.
good.
I'll write that down right now.
Wait, is that good for coughing?
Yes.
Because
Yes,
that's the
it
biggest
has
thing,
some-
coughing.
Something natural for the cough, and it also has an expectorant. It gets rid of the
Darby's.
mucus.
Zarby.
Zarby, yeah. Because that's the worst part of getting over being sick is the drainage down your throat.
Yeah.
At nighttime, once you cough till your ribs are
That's right.
sore from coughing. So you would recommend that to
horrible
help?
feeling,
I've
especially
seen
at night.
Zarbee's,
You
yeah.
need your rest to get better. So if
Yes.
you're coughing all night, then you feel exhausted and the healing process doesn't start.
Well, I have a remedy that usually helps, and that's a little bit of whiskey, lemon juice, and honey
Yeah.
mixed together, warm it up in the microwave, and down that.
And it tastes terrible.
Go get some rock and rye from the ABC store. That works. It does. My dad swore by that, man. That's
Dr.
a,
Rose can't be suggesting that.
it is
We'll
a
do it for
thing.
you.
You get a little, yeah, Dr.
Yeah.
Rose, I'll just say it for you. But it is, even back home, when you go to the ABC store around January time frame, they know that I had to go pick up my parents some about a couple of years ago, and they the guy said, "Oh, somebody's sick in the house." Like that's it's just a thing. You would not drink that mess anytime other than trying to either keep from being sick or that you're trying to get rid of sickness. It's made with rock candy.
Rock candy.
Hmm. I mean, it's liquor, but yeah,
You
Yeah.
put rye whiskey with it.
yeah, it's got rye
That's
whiskey
why
in
it's
it.
called
Yeah.
rock and rye.
Rock and rye, yeah.
I didn't know
But
that.
I'm telling you what, it actually
I'll be
does. It'll
rocking and
clear your
rolling.
chest. It actually does work. I've tried it.
Yeah.
You just got to get the
I know. I
taste
need to
down.
go get a small bottle and
Get
just
a
keep in
bottle
the
of it.
cupboard.
Rock and rye. Yeah.
All right, Dr. Rose,
Yeah.
next week we'll continue talking about sickness, man. You know,
hope
kids
not.
are
Yeah.
kids.
Hopefully, hopefully, I don't think I have a lot of confidence that it's going to decrease, but hopefully we'll be talking and I'll be telling you how we don't have a lot of cases of flu anymore.
That would
Oh,
be good.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope that's
When does the
true.
flu season end?
Usually, right around when winter ends in North Carolina, and that's the end of February.
Yeah. So maybe it'll just go away.
Oh, good Lord. That's a long time away.
Yeah, it's 2 months away.
Yes.
Okay. Dr. Rosemary Stein, thank you as always.
Thank you.
Thank
Talk
you,
to next
Dr.
week.
Rose.
We'll see you next week. You're live and local, Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WS.
KCK and is replayed. This week, Casey takes you back to a
You know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print. Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
Great Gas and Oil Company. And of course, Wismart and Chappie's Chicken, located at 4111 Gum Branch Road, right here in Jacksonville. And 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert, has all you need when it comes to convenience for gas, cold beverages, and a great selection for quick pickup essentials. Enjoy fresh, not frozen, delicious meals at Chappie's Chicken, located inside Wismart, 4111 Gum Branch Road and 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert. So if you're in a hurry, get it all. Gas, ice cold beverages, convenience store items, and delicious, fresh, not frozen, Chappie's Chicken at Wismart, 4111 Gum Branch Road, Jacksonville, and 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Drs. Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1. Hey.
And we are back. Kelly's got for you
I'm telling
porn
you,
lovers.
somebody brought this to my attention yesterday, which I didn't even know this was a thing for all of you people that like to watch porn around here. including Brazzers, RedTube, and YouPorn. In addition to Pornhub, I don't even know what Brazzers and RedTube are. YouPorn, I mean, that's just pretty self-explanatory. But because North Carolina, as of January 1st, has this law where you have to put in a copy of your driver's license to access these sites, Pornhub said, the heck with that. We don't want people's driver's license. They say it's evasion of privacy. So in North Carolina and Montana, because I guess Montana passed a similar law, so now they're just saying people in these two states cannot access, won't be able to access porn. And I know Pornhub's a very big porn site thing. I don't know what platform. I don't know what you call it. I have a client with a porn addiction, and that's where they would go to watch it. So I don't know what they're going to do. But so yeah, because they're saying they do not think people should have to issue a copy of their driver's license. So yeah.
Well, I guess it's back to Netflix.
Yep.
All right. I'm just
Rayford's pulling it up now.
No, I'm pulling up a news article from News and Observer.
Yeah, Pornhub said, no, we just won't let our people access the site. Yeah, and there's some ticked off North Carolinians. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess I can see
It doesn't
both
say
sides.
it doesn't say anything here about the law on the story here
I'll
about
look
the
up the
driver's
law.
license.
Yeah.
Took effect today, January 1st, requires pornographic websites to verify users in North Carolina are over 18 through a commercially available database or another commercially reasonable method for age and identity verification. Obviously, that would be a driver's license.
Yeah.
But how do you know it's the driver's license of the person that's trying to lie? That's about as stupid.
Yeah, because how you know they don't? It's not some 17-year-old with a fake ID.
They make them all the time, don't
I
they?
agree. Yeah.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, this was back in September 2023 that North Carolina General Legislature passed this law.
Yeah, but it went into
It's
effect January
requiring
1st.
age verification on websites that publish material considered harmful to minors, as lawmakers worked long hours this week to approve a state budget.
Yep.
Blah blah blah. Anyway,
so
it had bipartisan support. Require any company that intentionally distributes sexually explicit material to verify that the viewer is 18 years or older.
What? How are they going to do that on Netflix or any other shows?
I guess they put a barcode up there. You have
Yes,
to scan the
you hold
barcode.
your driver's
Yeah.
license up, and I mean, or you scan it through. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I'm talking about TV
Yeah,
on some of the cable channels.
yeah. That's some of
'Cause
that's
what they've
more
done
hardcore
now-
porn than it is on a porn site. On
What
some
they
of them.
generally do now is when you go to that site and you've got to sign in, they put a barcode, you have to scan it. So you go back to your phone will ask you the question. It's like yesterday when I had to do a lot of redo paperwork to go to the dentist, and they wanted a copy of my driver's license. And so they have a place you click on it.
How about if I
camera
don't have a
comes up,
driver's license?
You take a picture, it downloads into their website.
I guess your state ID.
Suppose I don't have a state ID.
They want you.
Just for TV shows?
No,
Reference-
it's
it
for-
is required
well-
by law that you have some kind of ID on you.
What started this was January
it's not.
1st, North Carolina passed a law to go on like Pornhub and the porn sites. You got to show a copy of your driver's or a copy of your ID proving. So Pornhub said, well, we're not going to do that. So we're just not going to show porn to nobody in North Carolina anymore, basically. Yeah. So it's,
What
yeah.
would stop somebody from getting what's it called? A VPN?
Because it won't, because you, the VPN, yeah, this says North Carolina has had the, Montana and North Carolina, because they both had these things, have had the highest number of searches for VPN over the past few days. People trying to get around that by using that. Yeah.
So that's all they'll do.
Just show your driver's license.
Because
you
then
old
it looks like you're
sick
coming from
pervert.
Washington or someone like that.
Yeah.
Just show it and be done.
How do they know it's me showing the driver's license?
All right, you are
I
right.
agree.
though.
What if I stole Rayford's driver's license?
about if
I'm
you
a
just
15-year-old
manufacture
kid.
one?
Yeah. I'm hearing you.
When I was that comment I just made a few minutes ago, you are right. North Carolina is not one of those 24 states. Does not have a stop and identify statute.
No, there's no requirement for that.
Yeah.
That means
Somebody's gonna
if, for an
challenge
example,
this.
you're walking down the street, police cannot stop you and demand to know who you
Nope.
are or see documentation. Yeah.
But I've seen them do that
Wow.
before.
Or you can ask, but you don't
You
have
can
to
ask.
Then aren't they going to try to tell you you're resisting?
give it. No. What
I'm
are
a
you
sovereign
resisting?
citizen.
Well, I'm glad to know that. I did
Yeah.
not know that.
Now,
Was
if you're
it?
driving a
videos
car,
on it.
if you're driving a car, you got to have a driver's license.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand that.
But
If
if
I'm
you're
walking down the
just walking
street-
down the street, you don't have to have any
That's
form
right.
of identification on you.
No.
None. It's recommended because if something
Well, yeah,
happens
something happens.
to
So
you,
I agree. I always have ID on me, but interesting. I did not know that, Raver. I just learned something. I love it when I learn
I
stuff.
carry ID. What if I got hit by a car or something
That's-
and
that's
they
a-
needed to know my blood type or something, need to
Yeah.
identify
they
me?
can find out your blood type. in a matter
Well,
of
that's
minutes.
true. That was a bad example. Okay.
My son,
let's
my
back it up.
blood type is perfect. I found out.
Oh, okay.
But they can't find out
It
what
says
medicines
A
you
plus.
take and things like that. And that would
I
be
mean, you can't get any better than A plus, can you?
A plus.
That's the when I got it from the blood bank.
Yes.
It got an ID card that said A and a plus sign. So I got A plus blood.
I'm AB.
We went from porn to A plus blood. I don't know.
Peter Wright's in here with us. How was your New Year?
Very good. Thanks.
Christmas
really
good?
enjoyed it. Yep.
Okay, well, good. Let's take a quick break. We'll get to you. And as soon as we get back here, you're live and local, Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME.
Flatwoods Outfitters of Hubert looks forward to serving you throughout the new year with all your sporting arm needs and personal safety. Located at 111 2nd Amendment Lane in here between Jacksonville and Swansboro, Flatwoods Outfitters is Onslow County's oldest sporting and firearm facility. Flatwoods Outfitters has a long gun or pistol in stock to fit your need, whether for hunting or personal safety. Take advantage of their outdoor shooting range to practice or to learn how to safely operate your firearm, which Flatwoods highly recommends. At Flatwoods, you can sight in your scope to be sure of perfect accuracy to bag that trophy. They carry all the major brand names of long guns, shotguns, and pistols, as well as ammunition. If you are interested in a concealed weapon permit, Flatwoods Outfitters can assist with that also. Flatwoods Outfitters, 111 2nd Amendment Lane, just off Highway 24 in Hubert, where they aim to preserve our hunting heritage, wildlife, and constitution.
When you need comforting, who do you call? An old friend, right? Jacksonville Contractors services the heating and cooling needs of our area with dependable quality train systems, guaranteeing indoor comfort for your home or business. In addition to quality train systems, Jackson Heating Contractors offers 24-hour emergency service, NATE certified technicians, and over 50 years of experience and service you can trust. And with a Jacksonville Heating Contractor Service Agreement, you never pay retail for heating or cooling services and receive priority scheduling. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And in New Bern, you can call Trent Heating and Air Conditioning 252-633-2200. In Morehead City, Sea Air Heating and Cooling 252-247-1122. If you need service or repairs, just call an old friend. Jacksonville Heating Contractors, an independent train. It's hard to stop a train. For deals on train systems and more, visit anoldfriend.com or call 910-347-2843. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing specializes in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting. In fact, they paint most anything except cars, including homes, businesses, apartment complexes, decks, and they do minor repairs, wood repairs, pressure washing, waterproofing, and more, including storm repair and cleanup. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing, fully licensed, insured, and locally owned and operated by Roger Carroll Jr. References available and customer satisfaction is always guaranteed. So if you want to painted, maintained, power washed, or need a new roof, call Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, and Power Washing at 910-939-0749 or visit southerntouchpaintingnc.com. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing salutes our troops and proud to be part of the continued growth of Onslow and surrounding counties. Freedom 97.1 WSME.
It's live and local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
I told you we'd be right back, and we are. Kept my word. We got Peter Wright in here. He's our Medicare, Medicaid, all-around insurance expert, the guru. How are you
Good
doing?
morning. Very well, thanks.
Good. I thought I'd stop getting calls about the people that want to sign me up to do this or sign me up to do various insurance plans and whatever, but I'm still getting them. I assume other people are as well. I don't answer them. I don't take any of the calls. and I think I'm gonna get rid of my landline. That'll cut down on 98% of them. Either that or change to a nondescript number that nobody can find, like BR549.
Yeah, you're probably still going to keep getting those until the end of March,
Okay.
because of the open period that you get.
Okay,
Yeah.
now, if we had talked about it earlier, but just to reiterate, we kind of all thought that maybe January 1st would be the end of everything. But if I did not get my stuff done if I did make a change by the deadline in December, what was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I did make a change, I can still go back if I want to, if I find out there's some changes that in the coverage that may not fit me very well.
That's actually right. Yeah,
Okay.
that's something that there is an open enrollment period that from January the 1st through till March, the end of March,
Okay.
in which people can make one change if they've got, for instance, a doctor isn't in the network or the doctor's moved. I've just had one of my doctors move, or a drug isn't covered, or they just don't like the plan. Then they can, maybe they picked a new plan and they don't like it, or the existing plan. So they can make that change from January the 1st to March the 31st.
Now, how about
One
if
change.
somebody like me, I did not make a change? Do I have this open enrollment that I can still make a change?
If you have an Advantage plan, yes, you do.
Oh, I could.
Yeah. If you don't have an Advantage plan already, then unless there's another special election period that's available, and there may be, then you're out of luck.
Huh, okay. But if I have an Advantage plan, which I do,
yeah,
and I decide now I've got 3 months to go, almost 3 months that I can make a change and pick a different plan.
yes, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I bet a lot of people are not aware of that.
Probably not, because you're not allowed. I'm not allowed to market it unless questions about it. Yeah, I can't market it, but tell people. Try to get people to sign up because of that. But it is something that people should know, because it's and it gives a. I mean, you pick a new plan, or and it's really so that in case you pick a new plan and it doesn't work out for you, you can make that change.
Yeah.
But it does give people that already have a plan the opportunity to make a change if they didn't do it during
the regular open enrollment.
Yeah.
But I guess that if I found out, for instance, that my doctor was not going to be here anymore, or my cardiologist was not going to be here anymore, and I wanted to make a change because they were leaving, I could do that.
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
Wow.
And I've just had something like that happen to me. I got a letter 2 days ago from my doctor saying that he was moving from one practice to another. And this is a fellow that's in his 60s. And it was interesting. He's never taken advantage people on Medicare Advantage plans.
Oh, really?
But I think with the fact that now more than half the people that sign up for Medicare get Advantage plans, I think now he's I'm guessing that he's now gone with an organization that has that has that ability to do that, and that also has electronic records, which he's never had up till now.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, there may be other factors on, but it just, so now he's actually in my network, which up till now I've had to buy him a bottle of Chivas Regal every year. So they would see me for a reasonable price, but now I don't have to worry about that.
Well, that's good. That's good. What other situations are coming up that people need to be aware of? What is there something out there that any changes in the works?
If you're talking about Medicare, or are you talking also about people under 65 with the marketplace
Under
plans?
65.
Yeah, so there are, for people under 65 looking at the marketplace plans, you're still, or Obamacare as it used to be called, you're still able to sign up at this stage. The open enrollment period is still with us until January the 15th. So it's a different open enrollment period to the one with Medicare.
Okay.
And that enables you to sign up for the 1st of February. So we've still got
almost 2 weeks.
Yeah, just under 2 weeks to do that. So if anybody needs to do that, you could also see me because I'll be in the store where I normally am.
Okay. Let's take a Fox News break and we'll come back and we'll talk about where you'll be and how long you're going to be there. You're live and local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Pelosi, former President Donald Trump appealing Maine's decision to remove him from the ballot. A similar move in Colorado is also being appealed. Texas Senator Ted Cruz on Fox's Hannity.
My prediction is the U.S. Supreme Court will take the Colorado case. They will reverse it. And Sean, I think there's a real chance the Supreme Court will reverse it unanimously.
Yemen's Houthi rebels fired 2 anti-ship ballistic missiles into the Red Sea overnight after a senior Hamas leader was killed during a strike in Lebanon Tuesday.
The strike's target, Hamas deputy chairman Salah al-Aruri. A key Hamas political figure, al-Aruri met this October with Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah. He was also considered one of Hamas's main links to Iran.
That's Fox's Trey Giggs. The Houthis calling it a cowardly crime committed by Israel, but the IDF is not taking credit for the attack. America is listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1
WSME.
It's live and local. Real Talk.
And again, we're back. And again, we have Peter Wright in the studio with us this morning again. And after Christmas break and New Year's break. So, Peter, we do appreciate you coming in. What kind of questions are you getting?
A lot of questions about, I haven't got my card. And I've actually found people with Blue Cross have, everybody that's phoned me actually has had their card. I've had a couple of people not realize that they had the card, and I just had to explain over the phone what it was, and then they realized they had it. But the plan that my wife is on, which is with a different company, she hasn't had her card yet, and I've had one person phone me also about that, and they also hadn't received their card. So that was one of the newer companies that we had in Onso recently. So if you, Blue Cross seems got their cards out, but and I'm sure there'll be some people that don't have it, perhaps. But certainly, you should be getting your card, whatever company you're with, within the next few days. If you don't have your card already, I would phone up the company, whether it's Blue Cross or one of the other ones, and get on the phone with them and ask for a replacement card, so you've got that in hand.
Now, if I did not change insurance companies, I don't necessarily get a new card, right?
You will with Blue Cross because they've changed their system.
I'm talking about
with the other companies, no, not necessarily. No. Because you'll have your same member number and it'll work the same. With Blue Cross, they've changed their system, so you will definitely have a new card for this new year with a different number than what you've had before.
Great.
Yes, I got one
Now,
from the state.
You don't. I think in Blue Cross, you got multiple cards that come in.
You do, yeah. That's confusing. You've got with Blue Cross. You can have up to 3 cards. You can have the over-the-counter card. You can have the Liberty Dental card for obviously dentists, and then the normal membership card.
Okay.
And that's where I get quite a lot of questions about that.
Okay. Now, if I on Medicare, still got Medicare, so that would be another card that you're going to have too, but you don't use it.
You don't use that. You don't have to show that. That's right. But what you might have to show, because I've had quite a number of people take a hospital indemnity plan, if you wouldn't show it, but you also have a hospital indemnity card. The company I was helping people with was Guaranteed Trust Life, so a GTL card, and that will help you with if you go into the hospital. It helps pay. It pays for your hospital, pays you for the time you spend in hospital or in a skilled nursing facility or surgery or whatever you decided to take it out for. So you may have that fourth card if you've got Blue Cross as well. So it's a number to keep track of. But I've kept track of it in my wallet. It works out well.
I'll have to get a bigger wallet. I just bought one because I worn out one other one.
Yeah.
So, too many cards, too much stuff there. Is there, first of all, where we know that you were at the Walmart 6 days a week there for a while.
7 days.
7 days a week for a while, in fact. But then you're still at the same Walmart?
I'm still at the same Walmart, the one on North Marine Boulevard with the Golden Corral in it. But I'm there on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday afternoons from 2 till 6.
Okay.
And that should be until the end of March. I want to see how it goes. I won't be there. I think it's 2 weeks' time, the 17th, the Wednesday and Thursday, the 17th and 18th of that, I think. I think I put it in here. Let me just see. 17th and 18th.
Okay.
Yeah, Wednesday and Thursday.
Okay.
I won't be there then, but at the moment, the way I'm planned it is Wednesday, Thursdays, and Friday afternoons from 2 till 6. If anyone wants to see me.
So if you need to see Peter in person, you can go do that. You can also give him a call at
252-373-4056. That's 252-373-4056. Or go to the website, foxplans.com.
Yeah, that's the easy one. foxplans.com. And you can make contact there as well. And you can also get a lot of information from that site.
Yes.
So, okay, that's good. Okay, drugs. Since I'm got to go pay a visit to my medical provider today, and since my drug list has changed since the last time I saw her, I had to sit down last night to type up a new list of all the stuff that I'm on.
Yeah.
People should be doing that themselves.
Well, what I would recommend is making sure, because it's a new year now, and making sure that you're going to the pharmacy that will give you your drugs at the cheapest price, the most cost-effective price for you.
Okay.
If you've spoken to me, you should know what that is. If you haven't spoken to me, then I would go to Medicare.gov and put your drugs into Medicare.gov and see which pharmacies you can choose, which pharmacies you should be you want to go to. And I would pick a selection of pharmacies, including mail order, and see which pharmacy will work out the cheapest, or maybe there's a couple of pharmacies that will enable you to get your drugs at the cheapest prices, because that can make a huge difference.
Why is there such a difference in the cost from one store to another, from one pharmacy to another?
Some of them are the preferred pharmacies and some aren't. That's one of the main reasons, but I think it must just depend on contracts and so on between the pharmacies and the insurance. But it really does make a difference, and that's one of the main things you should do. And certainly look at mail order and how much that can save you. And if you do want to do mail order for your drugs, then phone up your company. If it's Blue Cross or one of the other ones, phone them up on the member services number, speak to the pharmacy department there, and get your drugs routed through that. And you can still always go to a local pharmacy if you need to for a drug, and if you need it immediately. But if you have it through mail order, that's often the cheapest way to get your drugs.
I notice because I know that if I go to like my dentist, and they need to give me drugs to go along for aftercare, for pain generally is when something like that happens. I don't believe I could probably wait too long, like calling mail order or something.
No, so then you'd want to go to the pharmacy. but it'd be worthwhile, putting of working out which pharmacy you should go to, and if you know that beforehand, then you can go to it immediately.
Now, I've always wondered about the mail order stuff. How do they know what my prescription is? Do I mail them a prescription, or do I have to? How do they know what my doctor is ordering?
So what you can do is, and I've helped several people do this over the years, is phone up the customer service number. You'll speak to the pharmacist. They will then they can take over from what I remember, they can take over the drugs that you've already had from another pharmacy, so that they can pull that information in, and thereafter you will then get the doctors. You'll just tell the doctors to do it through your mail order pharmacy. It'll send the prescriptions to that, and you're able to get your drugs that way.
Okay.
But it's a pretty straightforward process. Occasionally, I've done it for probably 10, 12 people, and occasionally you have somebody who has an issue. Maybe the pharmacy didn't send the information that they should have done, or something like that, the old pharmacy that they were going to. Because I had one lady last year, and it took us about a month to get it sorted out.
Ouch.
But most of the time, it's done really quickly.
Okay. Let's see. What else do we got here?
Medicaid.
So what other things should people be doing? Maybe.
Did you talk about the marketplace insurance that's available now for people if they qualified for Medicaid?
I didn't mention about the Medicaid part, but
Right.
well, if we can, we'll get to that in just a moment, if that's
Right.
okay. So there's the other things that people could do is activate your over-the-counter card, and I think we might have mentioned that briefly.
Yes.
But you can. That's the one where you can get your vitamins, aspirins, and so on, or diapers, or whatever it is that you need. So activate that and start using that. I must say, I'm one of the people last year. I didn't use mine
I
at
didn't
all.
use mine either.
Yeah, but make use of it, because there's $90, or depending on the company you're with, there's certainly a lot of money there, for every 3 months that you can use for getting vitamins and stuff like that. I'd also make sure that we've spoken about the doctors, dentists, set up a dental appointment, and make sure you go to a dentist that's in network, if possible.
Okay.
I still go to a dentist that isn't in network, but I get really low prices with them. So that's the reason.
Jennifer, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fat and sassy. I hope y'all are doing well.
Hanging in here.
I wanted to call in and say, first of all, good morning to everybody. Mr. Wright has helped us tremendously, but I wanted to weigh in on the mail order. Terry has had 2 different mail order pharmacies, and we have just starting this week, first of the year, we have switched to a regular. I can go in there and actually look at somebody and talk to them, and because it may be convenient for a lot of people, but for us, especially the second one, it was not convenient at all. One pharmacy had an app I could go on and just click if I saw that Terry was starting to run low on. The other pharmacy didn't. I would have to go online, go find them, put it in. A lot of times he would run out of things. And I had to do all the legwork of switching. The pharmacies do not switch it for you. I thought that they would, but I had to call all of his doctors and tell them to call in all of his prescriptions to change. So keep that in mind on the mail order. You'll have to have your doctor call all of the prescriptions in. The pharmacies won't do it. But I just wanted to weigh in on that. There was nothing wrong with it other than it just was not convenient for us at all. So I had actually somebody that Rayford talked to me about, a pharmacy here local. We have started dealing with them, and I like it a whole lot better.
Okay.
So I just wanted to put in my experience on that and tell y'all to have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Jennifer.
And, Jennifer.
Now, one question about that: were when you got the prescriptions, did they not automatically refill them as per the prescriptions?
After everything got changed, each time Terry would go to one of his doctors and, they would say, okay, we'll call in the refills. Where do you want them? And I would tell them. So they would call in the refills. But that pharmacy, the second one that we had, would not go ahead and fill them.
Huh.
So then I would have to, and Terry, at the risk of being too personal, Terry takes 20-some pills a day.
Yeah.
And, there's a lot to keep up with. And there was a couple of times, like one of his medicines, he was out for 2 weeks because the mail order pharmacy was telling me that they didn't have the script, and we had just left the doctor's office like 3 days before, and I knew the doctor had called them in, and I ended up having to call the doctor's office, have the doctor's office just go ahead and call it into the pharmacy we are now dealing with here locally, and, just get away from the mail order. Just, I want to go, and that's one thing that I asked Mr. Wright about when we changed to the insurance that Terry has starting now, is I wanted to make sure that the copay would be the same at a brick and mortar pharmacy as it would the mail order, because the last mail order insurance that we had to begin with, we had zero copays on his insurance. And then all of a sudden my card started getting charged. And I had to, and you don't know who to call. You call the pharmacy. Well, no, you need to call the insurance company. Call the insurance. Well, ma'am, you're in the gap. You've got to meet the deductible. I was like, well, I did not know this. So then all of a sudden we did have to start paying. And, they were small copays, but still we went from zero to having to pay. So that was one of the things that I wanted to make sure. And Mr. Wright told us that on this insurance, it will be the same from mail order to actual local pharmacy, and it will be the same copays all year long. I mean,
that's good.
Yeah, and it depends on your situation as to which
Right.
Yeah, it may not be the same
But,
for each person, but no, good to hear from you, Jennifer.
We had two different mail order pharmacies. One I was absolutely fine, and then the second one not so good. So we've just switched back to regular because I like, in Terry's case, I like to be able to call somebody up and say, hey, I need to go ahead and get this refilled. And know that either that afternoon or the next day that I'm going to go up there and pick it up, that I'm not waiting on the mail or something to get a mistake being made, like in his medicine last month where, they couldn't find the prescription and that kind of stuff. So, but anyways, I just wanted to give another side of it.
Fine. Yeah, it's all about convenience as well. I was in the same boat as you. I used to do all sorts of things to get drugs at no cost, but in the end you work out, well, actually, maybe I want to do this rather than that. It will cost me a bit more, but it saves me a lot less hassle. So
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
y'all have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
And
Thank you, Jennifer.
Jennifer.
Bye-bye.
Happy New Year. Bye-bye. All right, let's take a break. We'll wrap up on live and local Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. If you've got a question for Peter, now's your time. 910-333-0139. We'll be right back.
Coming up on the next Goddard's Gold, it's Elvis, the 60s. All the hits, Stuck on You, Suspicious Minds, If I Can Dream, Good Luck Charm, Little Sister, In the Ghetto, Devil in Disguise, Can't Help Falling in Love, Surrender. So many hits and stories and interviews. It's Elvis, the 60s, next to Gold. Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Freedom 97.1 and 1120 a.m. WSME.
For 40 years now, people throughout Jacksonville and Onslow County have trusted Barnes Diamond Gallery for all their jewelry needs for every special occasion. They understand that every day is a special event for someone, whether celebrate wedding, anniversary, birthday, engagement, or graduation. Let Barnes Diamond Gallery custom design something for you. Barnes Diamond Gallery does on-site repair in addition to their quality and selection of diamonds, diamond fashion bands, pendants, watches, earrings, gemstone rings, and necklaces for anyone for any occasion. Major credit cards accepted. Layaway available. Barnes Diamond Gallery offers appraisals and paid top market prices for gold and silver. Barnes Diamond Gallery, 461 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, Jacksonville, open 9:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
Hello, shoppers, and Happy New Year from your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, where good things called Sliss, down home down the street on the Richlands Highway, Jacksonville, and Main Street in Maysville. Beef back ribs, just $2.99 a pound. Whole bottom round Hollywood, just $3.59 a pound. Hog jaws, $1.99 a pound. How about single pack T-bone steaks, just $6.99 a pound? Pork spare ribs, just $1.79 a pound. 10 pounds or more fresh ground chuck, just $3.59 a pound. How about a 10-pound bag of fresh fryer leg quarters, just $4.99 for a 10-pound bag? And remember, the beef and pork is cut fresh every day by the butchers at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, and they use only the finest and certified Angus beef and Sanderson's Farm chicken. Over in produce, tender asparagus is just $1.99 a pound. Russet baking potatoes, 99 cents a pound. Zesty limes, great for those drinks, just 49 cents each. Western Honeycrisp apples, just $1.99 a pound. Sweet golden pineapples, $2.99 each. Haas avocados, 99 cents each. And crisp, fresh broccoli crowns, great for those salads, just $1.99 a pound. And you get 2-liter Cokes or Sprites. The pig pork price is 2 liters for just $3. That's your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, where good things called Sliss, on the street on the Richlands Highway, Jacksonville, and Main Street in Maysville. Remember, say big with the pig.
It's live and local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Okay, guys, now's the time to head on down to Timeline. The doors are going to be opening in just a matter of minutes, and in fact, they probably are already open now. But if you get on down there and start asking them about some good deals, one of the good deals you can get, buy anything that they have in stock. They're going to have it on the shelves until the 13th, until Saturday the 13th. Buy any Christmas stuff that they got on the shelves right now, and you're going to get another Christmas gift or another Christmas item, whatever it is, of the same or lesser value. Can't be something you buy a $2 thing and expect you can get a $10 item. So you buy the $10 item, you get a $2 item, or anything else up to $10. Whatever you like. Christmas gifts, you can save them for next year. You may be some ornaments, maybe some things that you can throw out that you've got that you just don't want anyway. You can put some new stuff. but you can also get some gifts for other people. Kelly, I'm surprised you're not already down there buying stuff for next year. I guess I know you're over it. You don't start until what, July?
I start like in August.
Well, I got a nice little Christmas ornament this year.
Well, good.
It was a life preserver.
Yeah.
And I hung it on my little tree.
With a crab in the middle of it, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Anyway, that will be a gift from Tideline. The sale starts this morning at 8:30. While you're shopping, you might want to just take a little gander around the store, look and see what they've got. Maybe you haven't been there in a long time, or maybe you're brand new to the area and maybe you've got a boat and you need some stuff for it. Maybe you like to fish. There's some things on sale. Stop by, check it out. You can see Todd, Elise, or George for some great deals on boats, anywhere from the Lund fishing boats to the Aloha pontoon boats to some offshore boats. Check them out. Tideline Marine, located downtown Jacksonville, 159 Old Bridge Street on the banks of the New River. Today, offshore, wind's going to be out of the west, 10 to 15 knots, seas only 2 to 3 feet. Near shore, the seas will be 1 foot. Then they'll get rough this afternoon, all the way up to 2 feet. Just kidding. Dominant period 6 seconds. Sounds and rivers of moderate chop. Tomorrow, northwesterly winds 10 to 15, increasing to 15 to 20 with gusts to 30 in the afternoon. Seas 2 to 4 feet. Might be a little bit more than that by tomorrow afternoon. Dominant period 6 seconds. Sounds and rivers of moderate chop, becoming choppy in the afternoon. Friday, northerly winds 15 to 20, gusts to 25 knots, becoming northeasterly around 10 in the afternoon. Seas calming down 2 to 4 feet. Sounds and rivers choppy, diminishing to a light chop in the afternoon.
Today, mostly sunny, a high of 56. Tonight, it's going to rain. It'll be cold, low of 37. Tomorrow, starting off cloudy and apparently going to get sunny with a high of only 51 and gusty, so it'll feel a lot colder than 51. Tomorrow night, clear, cold, low of 26 and gusty. And on Friday, sunny, high of 49. Saturdays, it's going to be gross.
I
Yeah.
think I'm just going to go
And
around.
up to 3 or 4 inches of rain. It's just going to be
I
nasty.
need to get a chainsaw and start whacking some trees
People
down.
need to plan to stay home on Saturday.
Yeah.
The road's going to be a mess.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Peter, I think we've covered pretty much all the topics, have we not? You've got something there that you were going to address with Lee, that she had a question or two about Medicaid.
Yes.
Yeah, just on the for the marketplace plans, or as it used to be called, Obamacare. You've had the Medicaid expansion, and so the limits that people can now get Medicaid for have increased, so that anybody, if you're single, for instance, you're entitled to Medicaid, and under 65, and you're entitled to Medicaid if your income is less than 20,120. For a married couple, that would be 27,124. So if your income's below that per year, then you're able to get Medicaid. But if it's above those figures, then you'll be wanting to look at getting a marketplace plan. And if you'd like some help with that, you can see me in the Walmart in the kiosk. I'll be there this afternoon, Thursday and Friday afternoons.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Peter, thank you.
Well, thank you very much.
Appreciate you coming in again.
Yeah.
Thank
And,
you for all the help you've given us too.
And to other people like
Yes.
Jennifer and her husband Terry. I'm sure they have some
Absolutely.
super changes made. So and I've heard from some other folks too that you
Yes, I have too.
Well, thanks.
And I actually pulled my book out last night and understood what I was reading because of you being on the show, educating us.
I just got a bunch of stuff in from my provider, and I haven't opened it yet. Well, I opened it, but I haven't read it yet.
Yeah.
But at least this time I will read it and probably understand it.
Yes.
If not,
Yeah.
next
Thank
week
you.
you will explain it to me.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
And if you folks do have some questions and you're getting overwhelmed by information from your insurance providers, feel free to see Peter. He can help you out with that. He can help you out and put you on the right path.
Yeah.
So, okay. And we've got until next October before we have to worry about it again, right?
That's right.
After the 31st. Okay. Thank you, Peter.
Okay.
Have a good rest of
Cheers.
the week. We'll see you next
Thanks.
Wednesday.
You too. Bye.
Same time, same channel.
Yep.
I not to belabor the law or this new bill and whatever dealing with the porn sites and that's all well and good. Do what you want to do.
Yeah.
But one of the bill sponsors says the new legislation that blocks Pornhub is like retailers asking for an ID. I don't have retailers asking me for my ID unless
I don't either.
unless I'm going to write them a check, and I don't write checks.
Well, most
Nobody
places don't even
writes
take
checks.
checks. And the only time I ever get asked for ID is at the bank to draw my own money
Yeah.
out. But other than that, I don't think I can't tell you when the last time a retailer asked me for my ID. I seriously just don't remember.
Nope. It's just kind of weird he would make that kind of a claim, but
Yeah, but this isn't asking for ID. They want you to upload an ID. There's a
that's even
difference.
worse.
Yes. I mean, I knock yourself out if you want to go watch some porn, but I mean, I don't, like you brought up a very good point. If someone has a fake ID or a kid has took daddy's ID out of his wallet, there's no way. I mean,
that serves no purpose
no,
whatsoever.
it absolutely does not. I mean, I don't know. I just,
I mean, people can go get fake IDs. They do it all the time.
they do. Yeah. But you can also, like I said, go get dad's ID out of the wallet and, put the wallet back and dad goes on to work. I mean, most people don't open a wallet every day.
No.
They just don't. It may take dad 4 days to notice that. Or a kid does it for the day. When dad comes home at night, puts a wallet wherever dad puts it. Kid puts the ID back in there and dad's never going to know that little Johnny had that ID out looking at porn all day long.
Well, this is interesting. According to the law that was passed, the bill does not spell out how the website should verify user ages.
Nope. No, it doesn't specify.
No.
That's just,
Pornhub was saying on one of the articles I read that some of the information they got that it would have to be uploaded, which is what made them say, forget this, we're just not doing it. I mean, I don't know how many porn groups. Everyone's heard of Pornhub. I don't know what other ones there are. Are they still in business? I don't know.
I have no
This
idea.
this is a statement right here that I found strange. It's a problem, said State Senator Amy Gailey, who put forward the new law. And it can't just be up to the parent. We have to help the parents.
Oh, good. I'm
Oh,
from the
here we go.
government and I'm here to help. Run.
I just thought that was kind of you could take it two ways on that statement.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, it could be something very simple as Pornhub. They come on, you log in, and it says, are you 18 years of age or older? And the person clicks it. They've asked, the person clicked it, and there you go.
Well, that's how they do with the buying beer online.
Yes.
Just ask you, is that going to be the next thing they're going to regulate? You have to show an ID. You would think they would.
Well, that's just like when we set up YouTube every single morning, you have to go through a process. And one thing it asks you is this material suitable for people under the age of 18. We always click no because, not that we say anything bad or anything, but it's more of adult talk or whatever. So that's something you have to click yes or no. So if somebody clicks on it, for the first time, they're going to ask you if they're 18.
Well, anybody can lie though, but like Rayford said, anybody can go in there and lie.
Oh, that's true.
This guy here, the senator or state representative, I forgot his name is Willis, compared the new identification requirement to buying alcohol at a store. Okay, I see that. Purchasing lottery tickets. Have you bought a lottery ticket?
Yeah.
Will you ask for your ID?
No.
Nope.
No, never.
So there's misinformation here.
Well, but a lot of times it's to sell an agenda.
Yeah.
Like it's spin it to rationalize what you've done.
He says it should be up to the company to protect their users' information. My God, how many times do I have to put a telephone number down when I'm doing anything online?
Right.
I don't put a real one down, by the way.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
It's a real one, but it's yours.
Yeah, you ain't gonna put mine down. That would explain all the calls I get, Rayford. So I believe you would do that.
But anyway, and they say, well, we will protect your information. No, they won't.
Well, how many times
They
has the-
sell your numbers.
How many
Yes, they
times
do.
has the state stuff got hacked? Come on now.
God, yes.
I mean, so that's a flawed logic in itself.
The federal government stuff gets hacked.
Hmm.
DOD
Yeah.
and that one of those other alphabet agencies that I know about.
Yeah.
It got hacked.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hate to be the person to hack them because they're going to get caught. They have been caught, and
They've
thank God.
been appropriately dealt with. Yes. Yes. I don't know. I mean, I mean, I guess if people want to watch porn, more power to you. I don't understand the appeal. Never have.
Then
But
make it illegal
Mhm.
if
Yeah.
that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
But then, is there First Amendment violation there? You got all sorts of problems to deal with here.
Yeah. Well, I think we've got bigger fish to fry than this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, you got the Free Speech Coalition, so they're out there monitoring it.
A year after being hit with a lawsuit from Brittany Drexel's mother, a South Carolina resort is disputing claims that it allowed the 17-year-old New Yorker to check in before she was kidnapped and murdered on a 2009 spring break trip.
I remember that.
Drexel's mother, Dawn Plecken, filed a lawsuit January 2nd last year that accuses Raymond Moody, the man who killed her daughter, Bar Harbor Resort Incorporated, and Smith Family Partners LLC of wrongful conduct that resulted in Drexel's murder while the teen was visiting Myrtle Beach with her adult friends in April 2009. While in Myrtle Beach, the group was able to check into Bar Harbor Hotel, owned and operated by Bar Harbor Incorporated and Smith Family Partners LLC. This is according to the suit. This is the hotel where Brittany was made to stay, and at all relevant times she was unaccompanied minor. The hotel and its operating group profited from this transaction. Here's the problem. She wasn't registered there.
Right.
She went with friends,
Yeah.
adult friends,
Yeah.
over 18, I'm presuming.
Yeah.
So she didn't even register.
No.
So were they responsible for her, monitoring her every move?
No. And I'm sorry, and this is just me, but as a mom,
Why would you let your
I
17-year-old
would not let my
daughter go?
17-year-old daughter
to
go
Myrtle
from
Beach.
New York to Myrtle Beach without me going.
Or to
Yeah.
Aruba
Correct.
or anywhere else?
Yeah. My daughter wanted to do stuff like that at age. I took her one time, Lord have mercy, I took 15, 14-year-old girls to Myrtle Beach.
Mm.
My daughter and her entire soccer team for the weekend for a birthday party for my daughter. But they weren't alone. You know, my daughter's 16. My other daughter's 16th birthday took a bunch of her friends to Charlotte, went whitewater rafting. If you've never been there, that place is awesome, by the way, at the U.S. Training Center. But anyway, I didn't let them just randomly go with whoever. No.
Nope.
But when you go to check into a place, and I travel a lot, you don't list everybody that's.
No.
It's usually in the name of,
Yes.
like, for example, 18 of us went to the mountains for the Polar Express thing. The only people's name on the, the VRBO lease, whatever, rental agreement, whatever you want to call it, was the person that rented the place whose name it was in. Everybody else, I mean, you just had to list how many people were going to be there, but you didn't list everybody's names. You
Mhm.
never do that. No one's ever asked.
Nope.
And even at work when we go to conferences, usually the room is in my name,
Mhm.
mainly because I want the points on my honors points, but that's neither here nor there. But I don't list everybody, the group that's traveling.
Mhm.
That they don't ever ask me, so that don't make sense. I don't think I think that lawsuit will get thrown out.
I'm pretty sure it'd be
Yeah.
thrown out. I hated for her.
Yeah.
That happened in 2009.
Wow.
They found her body last spring.
Yeah, they finally found her. Yeah,
last
Yeah.
May. So
I remember that story. I remember when it happened. Very sad, but
a California horseback rider, equestrian, whose bitter divorce threatened to end her lavish West Coast lifestyle, has entered a guilty plea to a failed murder for hire plot targeting her wealthy estranged husband in a surprise deal. San Diego police arrested Tatiana Rimley, 42, in August after she brought 3 guns and a stack of money as a down payment to meet a man she thought she could hire to kill her husband. He was 58. The man was an undercover cop.
Ooh.
Whoops.
Uh-oh.
She pleaded guilty last week to charges of solicitation to commit murder and carrying an unregistered gun in exchange for a sentence of less than 4 years in prison.
That'll do it.
Another gun-related charge was dismissed as part of the deal, and the judge immediately sentenced Rimley to 3 years and 8 months in the state big house. She'd been held without bail in the detention facility since last August. Whoa. The couple maintained a glamorous online presence with Rimley's Facebook profile packed with images of her posing on horseback, lounging in designer shoes and swimwear at the side of a pool, and beaming next to high-end sports cars.
Living a life.
She even had a tattoo of her estranged husband's name and a heart on her hip.
Wow. Well, that's first of all why you never put somebody's name. You
She
never
was
tattoo
she was
somebody's name.
offering
Never use the name.
$2 million to kill her husband. $2 million. You should have checked the
You know,
credentials on it.
people that do this are so stupid. You always get caught. Can't.
There she is lounging poolside with her husband's or whatever.
Mhm.
Let's take a
Yikes.
break here. Live and local Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSMA.
Looking for a job? Full-time? Part-time? Il Cigno Italiano Restaurant wants you. We're currently hiring for hostesses, servers, bartenders, and dishwashers. Il Cigno Italiano is a family-owned, fast-paced restaurant that offers the best in fine dining on the Crystal Coast. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. Il Cigno Italiano on West Corbett Avenue in Swansboro.
Hurricane season is here, and if you're not prepared, now's the time to visit Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Moorhead Plaza in Moorhead City. Whether for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer, Williams Hardware has the tools and accessories to help protect against high winds and water. Williams Hardware carries power tools and equipment, chains and fasteners, plumbing and electrical supplies. Williams Hardware, your helpful handy hardware store, also cuts glass to size and cuts and threads pipe. When the chores are done and the cleanup is finished, light up that Wilmington Grill for Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Moorhead Plaza in Moorhead City. Williams Hardware is open Monday through Saturday from 7:30 till 6 p.m. and Sundays for your convenience, noon till 5. Phone Williams Hardware, 252-726-7158, and be prepared this hurricane season.
Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro reminds you to check your mailbox and find your quote on homeowners insurance. Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro goes the extra mile to make sure you're in good hands, like helping you customize your home and windstorm coverage with their Write Your Own home policy. Yes, save even more when you bundle your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, and even your golf cart. Remember, if it rolls or floats, call Tammy for a quote. You and everything you own are in good hands with Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro. Call today, 910-326-5383. Tammy Fry Allstate, 638 West Corbett Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro. Check your mailbox today for savings on your homeowner's insurance.
The best deal for the grill is at Jones LP Gas and Oil Company each Friday. Every Friday from 8 a.m. till closing at 5, Jones LP Gas and Oil Company will fill your 20-pound LP gas grill cylinder for only $11. You heard that right. Each Friday till closing, you can have your 20-pound LP gas cylinder filled for only $11 at Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 Wilmington Highway in heart of Verona. In addition to saving money on your LP gas for the grill, Jones Gas and Oil is your full-service gas and oil company serving residential, commercial, and agricultural gas and needs, as well as gas appliances, LP replacement, parts, fill cylinders, and tankless water heaters, and they offer a 10% military discount on installation. Remember to get that cylinder filled every Friday until closing for only $11. Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 the Old Wilmington Highway, Verona. Phone 910-346-6384.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Okay, we're back here for the closing minutes of the show, last 15 minutes or so.
Just came across something interesting.
What's that?
And my daggone computer just flipped on me. Donna Stroud, she's one of the chief judges for the North Carolina Court of Appeals, has been quietly relieved of all her senior positions except for her duties as a judge.
Really?
And she's saying it's all a political thing. A year ago, top leaders in the party tried to oust her. So this is a story that just hit, and it's going to be interesting to find out what's going on.
Well, what be happening?
I don't doubt politics because I know what some of the political games involved when they tried to keep April Wood from becoming Court of Appeals.
Yeah.
So this is going to be interesting. I swear, there's always drama in the Republican Party.
If you see
So much drama.
if you see some big smoke coming up from the landfill,
Oh,
they
yeah.
know it's not the landfill burning, and they're not burning trash. Given permission to burn some ground that they've cleared to expand the landfill.
Oh,
And
I
they're going
see.
to be burning the trees and I assume bushes or whatever. Hey, if y'all got any big hardwood out there, cut it up in about 2 foot long pieces. I'll come get it.
Yes.
Don't burn it. I'll burn it for you.
But you ever wonder how in the world as much trash as that landfill gets, how they have room to even continue doing it?
I haven't been out there in a long, long time.
Right.
But I remember I used to pass by down, is it West Palm Beach area? Somewhere right along I-95 down in Florida. There was a big old mound down there. It was a mountain, basically. Small one,
Yeah.
small hill. But that had been their landfill. And they just put more dirt on top of it every day. They just,
Yikes.
that's the way you do it.
Yeah.
And of course, as some of that stuff decays and rots, and that still keeps falling down, getting smaller, but they add more dirt.
I agree.
Yeah, that's the only thing that disappoints me about the city of Jacksonville when they changed their recycling. Because back many years ago, just about everything you had could be recycled. And then they no longer with that company, and now it's dropped down to just mainly cardboard and cans.
Newspapers,
And
cans,
newspaper
and plastics.
bottles. Yeah, right. But it used to be at one time you could recycle just about anything you had.
One of the cool things in New Hanover County was it started at Riceville Beach first. Riceville Beach put an incinerator in to handle their own trash.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, and they did a good job. Now, New Hanover County, they built one out, an incinerator out on the north
They did.
side of town.
Yeah.
And they are using the steam that's generated from that to supply a number of the plants down the road.
It's a good idea.
They have steam
That's
heat,
clever.
so they're actually getting paid for the steam
I like it.
that these plants don't have to put in their own steam plants. These companies, industries.
Interesting.
I like it.
So maybe if we could convince somebody to build a big industry out there near the dump. we
Well,
could put an
wasn't there some
incinerator in.
kind of issue over the landfill in Richlands? Didn't they close one, or were going to close one?
I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think they
No.
talked about
I don't think they did.
Do
it,
they
did
have
I
a-
don't know.
reducing it. We'll have to ask the commissioners tomorrow when they come on. But it was something about they wanted to reduce it down to several days a week or something like that because it was costing more to keep it open. But one of the commissioners voted to shut it down completely. I know the people in Richlands are very upset about it.
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll have to ask them tomorrow.
Well, if they shut it down completely, whoever picks up the trash, does the town of Richlands pick up trash?
This was like a county. It was
Oh, in the
like-
county area.
Yeah, it's in the county, and it was one of those sites where you take your trash to.
Oh,
that's
it
the
wasn't,
recycling.
it wasn't a landfill.
That's not landfill. No, that's the recyclable area.
No,
I
it
think
was
it's
a
just
regular drop-off point for trash,
Yes,
and then it
but
went
it's
from there to the county landfill.
probably just like they have in Hampstead or did have in Hampstead.
Right.
Oh yeah, that
Yep.
ticked off the
Bunch
Richlands
of
people.
dumpsters.
I don't blame them. It would have ticked
Yes.
me off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know that like they have one on Ramsey Road.
Yeah.
They have one on Piney Green.
yeah. That's why I took
But
all
I
my
know there
Christmas
was-
boxes to
I'll have
Ramsey Road.
ask, Yeah.
On
See,
my
I
cardboard.
recycle all my. You don't have a recycle bin?
Yeah, I do. I had about, we counted, you don't even want to know. I wasn't about to do this to our city recyclable guys.
Yeah.
So I just went and got my daughter's stuff and mine. Plus, we didn't want to put out stuff that where people would know
True.
boxes and
That's
stuff.
why I cut all mine up.
Well, no, ours were big. We had a lot. I had over 100 boxes. Don't look at me like that, Rayford. So it went to
Amazon
the
queen.
dump.
Really?
It was all cardboard stuff. Look, I buy Amazon and they pile it up.
You had over 100 boxes?
Yeah. Some of it was not all Christmas though. It's stuff I had kept in the garage and kept forgetting to put out and just accumulated once I started shopping. And then some of it was boxes from presents. So, yeah.
You're live and local Real Talk from the,
Yeah.
the House of Christmas Gone.
Love it.
Live and local Real Talk. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
Mohawk All Pet Protection and Warranty is the only proper protection and warranty for all pets, all accidents, all the time. Because your pets are family members too. No matter how you live, we've got you covered. Soft, luxurious, smart strand, forever clean carpet. Gorgeous, durable, solid tech, luxury vinyl tile. Mohawk has the floor for every room in your home. It's suitable for all pets. For details, contact Watkins Floor Covering online at watkinsnewfloor.com. Watkins Floor Covering, thanking you for voting them the best of the best for 2022 in the flooring, covering, and carpet cleaning category. Watkins Floor Covering, they're more than just floors. It's custom showers, custom tubs, carpet cleaning, backsplashes, bathrooms, commercial, retail, and home flooring too. Watkins Floor Covering, family owned and operated since 1997 with locations in Jacksonville and Surf City. Watkins Floor Covering, you stand on it, we stand behind it.
If your plans include hitting the road this year to do some traveling, make sure a visit to Silent Service Center is on your to-do list. Travel safety starts with the tires on your vehicle, and a visit to Silent Service Center will give you peace of mind with the best value in all name brand tires and the largest selection of used tires in this area. In addition to quality tires, Silent Service Center is a North Carolina inspection station and does complete brake service, oil changes, and alignment service. Silent Service Center, 1707 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, and 108 West Main Street, Havelock. Phone 910-353-4760.
Wismart and Chappie's Chicken. And for over 50 years, Great Gas and Oil Company has kept our community comfortable year-round with quality heating and cooling products and dependable service. In addition to heating and air conditioning service, Great Gas and Oil Company does generators, tankless water heaters, and quality appliance repair. For service, phone 910-347-7138. Locally owned and operated by Jerry and Jeff Allen and Bobby and Louise Williams.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
910-333-0139. 910-333-0139. Shockwave is back. Jake was. Where'd he go?
Jake went with his mama.
Yeah.
He's out the
He's a
door.
mama boy.
Yeah.
Fireworks debris started a fire at an Aller Banks home just hours into the new year. Killed Double Hills firefighters, along with 3 other departments, were called to a home about 4:45 in the morning, Monday. The front deck of the home was on fire. Thanks to smoke alarms, 4 adults and 2 children safely got out of the home without any injuries. The fire marshal said fireworks debris was put in a trash can that was below the deck. It caught on fire. Wow.
I don't understand the appeal of lighting off fireworks on New Year's. It just makes this weird.
I didn't hear any this
Oh,
year.
they were off the chain in my neighborhood.
Few.
It's not like a
You know
real
what I
one.
was doing at midnight.
It was awful.
in the distance.
Let me tell
heard
you something
nothing.
else I've noticed an increase of lately, and I want to bring this up because it occurred on Western Boulevard on Saturday around 10 to 5.
Mhm.
Road rage.
Oh, really?
And I don't know exactly what occurred. I was in the left lane going towards Gum Branch, and we were right almost in front of Marine Federal Building. There was a guy in a truck. He had a disabled veteran tag. He's driving a big, I think it's either a Ford or a Dodge, big pickup truck, a big kind. In his, I would say, early 40s. Family, had a wife in there. I think there was kids in the back. And there was a guy behind him in a little small car. It was a small car. I don't know what the guy did, but that had gotten in front of him. I'm sorry. The truck goes around him, and I'm witnessing all this, and dead stops right there in front of Marine Federal, yelling out the window. I mean, acting a fool. I don't know what the poor guy in the car did. I mean, what is wrong with people? And I'm just looking at him like, what is happening right now? Unnecessary.
The guy in the little car did that.
No, the pickup truck guy. The guy with the disabled veteran car tag, yelling and screaming at this guy in this little car. Dead stop. No, green traffic. It's 45, 55 through there. Dead stopped. He's lucky. I think he intentionally wanted the guy to crash into him, but he was angry. You could see he was brake checking him. Is what he was doing. Childish. And then the guy in the truck turned into Carolina Forest. And I was trying to get his tag because I was like, this right here is how problems get started.
Yeah.
100%. And he's lucky he didn't cause a chain reaction crash on Western. Because he was angry at the guy in the little car. I don't know what the guy did, but it didn't warrant all that kind of nonsense at all.
No.
Here's one. We had one of our listeners send us. Shockwave he's just like wound up today. Send us a piece of paper that he found on his school bus after he let his students off.
He's a driver.
Yeah, he's a driver. And this was written by a student. I guess is the list of what they were going to do for the day or whatever. Roll your eyes is number 1 on the list. But talk with your head up. Apply mascara. Chew gum, try not to argue with anyone, stay away from fake friends, control your emotions, but manipulate people.
Those are like contrasting things.
Yes.
I wonder if it was for an assignment they had to talk about it because those are 2 different things. Like it's contrasting.
It was a list that the student had made, and that's a good point. Maybe it was different
Maybe
topics.
they got to do a topic and they're going to
apply mascara.
Yeah.
You can make a report applying mascara.
Well, maybe it's because they just want to look cute when they do the other stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. First day back to school, he says, got to think what
age
these
group
teenagers
was
are
it?
going
it was
through.
Teenagers. Okay. So
Yes.
it leads me to believe that just makes me wonder if it's not something for class where it's a contrast thing.
Because especially
some
when
of
it
it,
says,
like, roll your eyes is a negative
But
thing.
hold your head up.
is a positive thing.
Yes.
See, you got negative and positive.
that's what I was saying
Yeah. So
too.
I just feel
It
like they're
was just-
contrasting.
Yes.
Yeah.
What a mess.
I like it.
All right, coming up tomorrow, we're going to have, is it going to be 7:30?
7:30 will be Commissioner's Corner.
Yeah.
I know Robin has confirmed, not sure who the other commissioner will be, or maybe Robin by himself.
I think he'll be another commissioner.
Yeah,
with
likely.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vice Chairman Robin Knapp
Mhm.
and a commissioner to be named.
Yes.
Okay.
And there's a commission meeting this morning at 11.
Yes,
So
there
we'll-
is.
we'll
Start
find out
off the new year.
What's going on with that? Obviously, I can guarantee you one thing they're going to be talking about. It's called a budget
Yeah, budget time is
because
going.
you got 5
Yeah.
months to get it done, 6
Gonna
months
be
to
a
get it
lot
done.
of budget workshop, so there's no excuse not to be able to know the budget by the time you vote on
if you
it.
folks want to attend them, all those budget workshops are public.
That's right.
Okay. There's nothing secret about them. They
No.
take no action. They discuss what the various, and just because the county manager presents a budget and then they bring in other people and then they discuss each department's budget,
Right.
what's going on there and what they can give them, what they want and what they can give them. So first of all, the manager will go through it, scrutinize all of the department's budgets, budget requests, not budgets,
Right.
budget requests, and then they'll go from there.
And I believe they said last year that each department helped each other, like they would take their budget and show it to the other department to scrutinize, and they were all working together as a team.
That's always a good thing to do.
Yeah.
Okay, it's chilly out there, so
It's
put
cold.
another log on the fire.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Lee turned the heat off in here earlier today.
It was nice and toasty this morning.
I got chilly. That's why I wrapped up in this blanket. So
Temperature dropped a couple of degrees in here.
yeah.
So, but anyway, it's still in the 60s.
I'm used to that at my house.
That's good working weather.
My
Yes.
house is like Amazon.
Have a great rest of your day. You hear monkeys and things in there too?
I do. I can play that sound and everything. Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Have a great rest of your day. You're live in local Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. Also worldwide, WSME971.com. Coming up now is a Fox News break. And then at 10 o'clock this morning, it's going to be another dose of our Daily D's with Rick. And he will hand it off to Hollywood, our man, the man, at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Be safe out there.